Let's talk about something you might have heard thrown around a lot when it comes to music: dynamic range. Now, you might be thinking, what's that? Why should I care when I'm just here to enjoy some good music? Stick with me for a few minutes, and I promise you it's all going to make sense. Alright, so dynamic range is basically the difference between the softest and loudest parts of a song. Imagine a whisper in a silent library and then a rock concert. That's huge dynamic range, right? Now you might be wondering, why does this all matter? Well, there are a few reasons. First, it can make your music listening experience way more interesting. Like in a movie where you've got quiet, tense moments and then big booming action scenes. A higher dynamic range means more variety in your music, more ups and downs. It makes the music feel alive and engaging. A wider dynamic range means better sound quality. It lets you hear all those quiet little details in the music that you might miss otherwise. If the dynamic range is too narrow, it's like everyone in the band is playing as loud as they can all the time. It can get really tiring and you lose all the delicate details. If you're into classical music or jazz music, you'll know that the variation in volume is very important. A wider dynamic range is more faithful to the original performance, so it's like you're right there in the concert hall. Too much of that nasty dynamic range can lead to distortion, like when you turn the volume up too high on a cheap stereo, you know, that unpleasant, harsh shit sound that just makes you want to cover your ears or inevitably turn the stereo off altogether. So, when you're shopping for CDs, knowing the dynamic range can tell you a lot about what you're getting. But remember, it's all about what you enjoy. Some people love a loud, energetic rock CD where everything's cranked up to 11, and that's cool too. As with everything in music, it's all about what actually makes you happy. Now, you're probably wondering, all right, I get it, dynamic range is important, but how do I figure out which CDs have a good dynamic range? Well, there's actually a fantastic resource for this. It's called the Dynamic Range Database. Their mission? To provide you with information about the dynamic range of all kinds of music albums. You can look up the album you're interested in, and it'll give you the details on its dynamic range. It's a really nice tool for making an informed choice about your music purchases. This site is fully supported by its users, as you, the user, can upload your results as well from your dynamic range measurements. This is really cool because it maximizes the number of results and expands the catalog of artists and albums. Now, the dynamic range database just doesn't stop at providing a huge catalog of information. They've also got links to specific software that lets you test out dynamic range of your own CDs on your own. You're not just relying on other people's opinions, you can actually take control at home and analyze the music yourself. They offer a 21-day free trial for you to test out the software. If you like it, which I think you probably will, it's just $120 for a lifetime license. I'm not sponsored by these people. I simply want you to experience this for yourselves. Considering the power it gives you in understanding your music, I don't think the $120 is a big ask, right? You'll get a much better sense of how your favorite albums were mastered, whether it's got those lush dynamics we talked about, or if it's just been completely destroyed by the loudness wars. Without this tool, you'd be rolling the dice each time you bought a CD, but with it, you're in the driver's seat, fully informed and ready to make the best choices for your music collection. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to enjoying your favorite music. So equip yourself with the facts and make the most out of your experience in the world of CDs. I hope you liked this short yet informative video, and if you did get something from it, please slap the like button silly, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell to be notified every time a new video is born. With all that said and done, friends, I will see you on the next one. Take care.